Alright, so this is a quick demonstration of dialog choice inside Drika's hotspot. So we have 3 hotspots here that we need to detect different things. So first of all, it is possible to skip the dialog, and if that happens, the level message won't normally get sent, so you have to check for skip. So in the dialog we have something that sets a variable in start dialog, and this thing basically just checks to see if the player presses enter. Then if he does, checks to see if start dialog, if they're in the starting dialog, and if they are, send the level message that normally would be sent if you just went through the dialog. If they aren't, it just goes back to line 0 and checks all over again. Key press left and right button, that's for the choices. Similar idea, it's checks to see if the left button is pressed. If it is, it writes a variable that says it has been pressed. It waits 100 and then turns it off again. It's like a switch that's automatically flicking itself off. So every time you click, it's like, yep, pressed. No, isn't pressed anymore. And exact same idea for the right button. So now we get onto the dialogue. Here's our character here. He starts out on team friendly. Here's our dialogue, and I'll actually just play through this real quick now to demonstrate. So what happens is we come up to this guy. It's like, whoa, what's happening here? Hi, I'm your clone, let's work together. And I have 2 choices. I can press the left button and say let's work together. I can press the right button and say you're an abomination and must die. So if I press the left button, he's not going to follow me around. Now if we do the same scenario, but I press the right mouse button, we get into a fight. Ow. And that's it. So how that works is there's that little trigger that tells that enter check that we aren't in the dialog yet. As soon as we enter in this hotspot, it says yes, we're starting that dialog. It goes through the whole thing of getting the dialog going, and then when the dialog's done, it sends a little level message. It waits a moment so that the left button press doesn't trigger when the other dialog starts, and then it sends a little level message that says time to choose. This is where all the magic happens. This thing waits for that level message. Once it receives that level message, it displays this, and then it just goes through a cycle. First it checks to see, has the left button been pressed? If so, do such and such. If not, go to line 12, which is checking to see if the right button's been pressed. So if the left button has been pressed, it'll do this, and then it'll go to line 15. And line 15 just hides the text, ends the dialogue, gives everyone control again. And the same thing with this. So if either one of these are true, it'll go to line 15, end everything up. If it isn't true, so if the left button isn't true, it'll check the right button. If the right button isn't true, it's going to go to line 8 and basically check the left button, right button, left button, right button, over and over and over again until it finds one to be true, which will happen when you click. And that's all there is to it. It's just changing teams. So left button, team's friendly, escort, right button, team's enemy. And that's how you get him to attack. So I'll display it one more time. Come up to the guy. Hey, what's happening here? Hey, I'm your clone, let's work together. Sure, let's work together. No, you're an abomination, must die. Sure, let's work together. He's going to follow you around. Let's restart. Your abomination must die. Okay, well, I guess he's going to die. Or move. There we go. It is as simple as that.